Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Moosa Stadium, this beautiful facility. Masters Cricket USA playing its regional tournament here. This game is the North Bears against the North Knights. The Bears Knights won the toss and decided to bowl first. And they're getting ready to bowl the first ball. Single off the first ball, played to square leg. And they amble across for a single. Now facing is, I think, Prabhakar, facing number 31. Drives this straight to covers, played a little aggressive, straight to covers, no runs. It's this hard through extra cover for 2 runs. That was a good looking off drive coming through extra covers. While this game is going on, I have some personal great news to share. Batsman was ready, but the umpire was Daniel Meredith as the umpire wasn't ready. Here he is coming in to bowl the next one. Off, coming into the bat, coming into his body from outside the off stump, and they run across for 2 runs again. The batsman was turning the wrong way when he's taken the second. He should be facing the direction of the ball. But wasn't. Anyways, the score is 6 for no loss. The score is 6 for no loss. So Deen Dayal and Amjad Khan are the 2 batters. Amjad Khan, for those who don't know, Amjad Khan is a guy that has played for USA, for the USA national team in the past, an aggressive right-hander, and along with him is Deen Dayal. Deen Dayal batting on 4. He's the one who had a couple of good drives through extra cover, finding the gap and getting 2 runs each time. There was, for those who have probably watching this for the first time in this tournament, watching Masters for the first time in this tournament, just want you to know that there was some torrential rain that disrupted the tournament. But thanks to all my amazing executive committee members, put in a lot of effort, worked very hard along with all the groundsmen and the ground staff at Prairie View and here at Moosa and Balkis, have done such a wonderful job to make a game happen today, considering the amount of rain that we've had in the last 3 days. We now have the second over coming on. The score was 5 for no loss. Deen Dayal batting on 4 and Amjad Khan batting 1. It's Deen Dayal facing again. The umpire on the other end is Rohan Weatherspoon. Rohan Weatherspoon is an umpire who's flown in from Canada. He's from Montreal. A seasoned umpire from Masters Cricket USA that we are so proud of. That we have 3 umpires from Canada coming and umpiring our tournament here this time. The one on the square leg umpire is Daniel Meredith, and he is from San Diego. So we are blessed to have so many people. We actually have 9 umpires from out of town coming and umpiring this tournament, which speaks volumes about the tournament itself and how it's been organized and the kind of reputation it has built so far. With me we have Saurav. Saurav is the official commentator, and I will be here with him supporting.
Thank you so much, Arun. Thank you so much.
And Saurav has been doing this for Masters in the past, and he's come here to do this again for us. Thank you, Saurav. Thank you for being a part of Masters.
Thank you. Looks like it's a beautiful day for cricket, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great day. The bowler is Achin. The bowler is Achin. It's a gorgeous day, Saurav.
Yeah. The weather has finally blessed us here.
Yes. Six for no loss.
We got 4th ball coming up. That's defended by Deen Dayal.
So some of the things that we want to highlight as we are going through this tournament and going through the day are obviously here he is. Deen Dayal really smashes this very hard, goes straight to deep covers or covers. Stopped very well. Could have been a boundary. It was hit very hard. No runs.
Here we go. Last ball of this over coming up from Achin. Only 1 run coming off this over so far. Let's see what he has on this last delivery of the first over that he's bowling. It's a full toss. Just quickly gets a single there. So after 2 overs, the North Bears, they're 7 for no loss. Oh.
They ran 2 on a misfield. And so the score is 8 for no loss, with Deen Dayal batting on 6 and Amjad batting on 2. Like I was saying, Saurav, I wanted to give a big shout out to some of the folks that have supported Masters, starting with eClinical Works, great sponsor of ours. He's our national sponsor for the year of 2023. Was a huge part of our World Cup team for the 50s that went to Cape Town, South Africa. And we're looking forward to helping promote eClinicals to the extent that we can. And we have iSpace. It's another one of those that supported us. And of course, how can we forget our own Saki Mahmad, the owner of the Moosa Stadium, for all the contributions he makes to Masters Cricket USA.
That's correct.
And Prairie View Sports Complex for allowing us to be there, entertain our teams. And here is Amjad drives straight to the bowler, misfielded by him, and they manage a single.
Get a quick single out of it. Get a single again, trying to rotate their strikes. Amjad batting. And that's a wonderful shot there. They get a boundary. So after 2.3 overs, the North Bears, they're 14 for no loss. Both batsmen batting on 7. The run rate a little above 5.
And Saurav, like you know, we've had so much of rain, so we have shortened some of the games in this tournament. So this one is a shortened
This is
game.
a shortened game. It is an 18-over game here today at the Moosa Stadium. Here he goes, Tharma. And quickly placed in the gap for a single. However, a good comeback. Oh, there's a little misfield out there. We'll get 2 runs for that.
Yeah, so the throw was a little erratic, and so the keeper could not gather it and had to go towards the square leg umpire, and there was nobody backing it up.
There was nobody to back up.
And so there was a second there. So let's look at the field here. We have 3 on the on, 6 on the off. There's a mid-on, short mid-wicket, and a deep square leg. And here's this one played to deep fine leg.
Beautiful shot.
Probably a boundary right there
Quick glance and a boundary.
by Amjad. And for the folks that don't know, Amjad has been an incredible cricketer for USA national team in the past, and now joined the ranks of the 50s here in Masters Cricket USA.
That's correct. And just wanted to put it out there, Mr. Arun has just had a grandbaby.
Yeah.
And very congratulations to you, Mr. Arun.
Thank you, Saurav. Just a great day. April 23rd is when we had the grandbaby, and my first, and just an amazing thing. So I want to, if I could, I want to give a shout out to my son Karthik Vitala, my daughter-in-law Neha, and of course this amazing grandkid Rian Vitala. Missing them, of course I've been there every day.
That's right.
But missing them now, and but wanted to give a big shout out to all 3 of them. Wonderful family. I'm really blessed to have them in my life. Way to go, Tricks. Well done. Keep taking care of the baby, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Definitely. So after 3 overs, the North Bears, they are 20 for no loss. Amjad and Deen Dayal both looking extremely good here in the middle. Amjad playing on 13 in 9 balls, and Deen Dayal 7 in 9. Achin continuing his second over. Conceded only 3 runs in this first over that he bowled today. The run rate a little above 6. And here we go, going into the 4th over. Oh, that's a wonderful ball. Swing and a miss.
Deen Dayal stepping out, almost walking way out of the pitch, and wicketkeeper is still standing back, which might entertain the same kind of thought process in Deen Dayal. Let's see what he does. Second ball. Hits this very hard through covers, wide mid-off extra covers for a comfortable 2. The field right now is a short third man, a backward point, a short extra cover, a deep extra cover, and a mid-off. So that's 5 on the off, and they now are bringing the 6th guy in.
They are.
Or at least he's gone to talk to the bowler. Yeah, so we do have a 6th guy. So 6 on the off, 3 on the on. And let's see what Achin has to offer now. He bowled a good first over.
He did. Conceded only 3 runs in that over. Here he comes now.
Hits this very hard to the onside, but straight to
Protection there in the deep, so we'll only get 1 run out of it. Both batters looking in good touch here. Here we go, 4th ball coming up.
plays this to where short square leg would have been. There is no square leg. There's a deep backward square, and they get across for a single. That was played very well.
That was played well.
Wristy shot to square leg. Placed the ball well, which is very important in cricket, to find a way to place the ball, remembering where the field is, and finding a way to get more runs out of even a good ball sometimes.
That's correct. That's a good comeback by Achin. That's the line in length he should be bowling.
And Achin, if you notice, Saurav, Achin bowls the in cutters or
correct.
a little in swing. I haven't seen the one going away yet.
That's correct.
And which makes it a little more predictable.
That's right. A little short this time.
And
Doesn't quite
is
get
it a
the
leg
best of
by
connections there.
or off his bat? Off his bat.
Yep.
End of an over. 4 overs, 24. 25.
25.
Yeah, so a little over 6 and over.
Things looking good for the North Bears. Not giving away any early wickets here.
North Bears, from everything I've seen, North Bears has got a team that is loaded with stars. And let's see how they do.
That's right.
On paper, they're loaded with stars.
That's right.
For those who are probably not familiar, let me just give you a brief intro about what happened recently in March. Masters was invited into the Over50s World Cup
Right.
in Cape Town, South Africa, and I am so happy to say that we surprised a lot of countries, raised a lot of eyebrows,
That's correct.
because we had beaten teams like Australia, we had beaten teams like New Zealand, Sri Lanka,
Wow, that's good.
and they were all fancied teams. Sri Lanka had 3 or 4 first-class cricketers
Correct.
in that team. We had 1 first-class cricketer, but the beauty was that we upset countries like Australia, Sri Lanka, New Zealand, West Indies.
That's
So
correct.
a very good, very good turnout. We in fact won an award called the Spirit of the Tournament Award, and the other amazing thing, our captain for USA was Parag Ananta, and lo and behold, at the end of the tournament, they picked a World 11 out of all these 14 countries that participated, and Parag Ananta was chosen as the captain of the world team. So
That's great news.
yeah, kudos to USA, kudos to Captain Parag Ananta, and the other gentleman who's now captaining this match is Fazal Alam. And Fazal Alam was picked up in that World 11 as the opener for the World 11 team. So we had 2 guys picked into the World 11. We had two guys who were really close, Sarah, really close to
That's
picking
great
being
news.
in the side. Two spinners, Himanshu and Zubair, and both they almost made it. They were just one wicket behind the
That's right.
guys that made the 11.
That's right.
So would have been 4 out of the 11
Wow.
if that happened. And what an amazing day for USA and for Masters.
It definitely is, Mr. Arun. Here he goes, Milroy. Defended by the batsman.
Let me talk a little bit about Milroy, if you don't
Definitely.
mind. Milroy Don has also played for the US team in 2021. He went with us to Canada. Is an excellent all-rounder, very fit, as you can tell. Number 5. He's originally from Sri Lanka
Okay.
and has played some good level of cricket in Sri Lanka. So let's see what he does. 2 dot balls or 3 dot
3
balls.
dot balls in a row.
This one, Deendal was making, flashing at it. I guess it's an 18-over game, so
That's
you got to go at it.
That's correct.
So it's going to be very interesting how they react. They were put into bat, by the way.
Here we go. 4th ball.
A very good ball.
He's been consistent with his line and length in the last 4 balls that he's bowled, Milroy.
And Milroy once again has a similar field, a 6-3 field,
That's right.
and with no slip. Or is there? With no slip. A short third man, a backward point, a deep extra cover, a short mid-off, and a guy on 30. Finally breaks. Yeah.
Does get that single. It's only 1 run coming off that over from Milroy.
Excellent over. Milroy Don, as I said, played for the US team. Unfortunate that while we were in Canada that he hurt himself and couldn't continue playing in that tournament, and also had
Oh.
future injuries and didn't participate in some of our other tournaments. But otherwise, I feel like he is one of those who should be good to play
Definitely.
for the US team.
That's 5 overs gone. The North Bears, they're 26 for no loss.
Right around 5 and over.
Amjad batting on 14. Deen Dayal on 12.
14 of 10 balls and 12 of 20
balls.
balls. So Deendal is the one who's a little slow. I'm sure he's going to make amends to it and go ahead and get a little more aggressive.
I think he's just trying to settle in. And once the ball starts looking like a football to him, he's going to go at it.
And they have a very strong batting lineup. The North
The North Bears.
have a very good batting lineup. So I'm sure they've instructed their batsmen to go bat freely because of the depth that they have.
Exactly.
Here's Amjad facing Milroy. No. Facing Chandrasekhar. Reminds me of the old Indian leg spinner Chandrasekhar.
Definitely.
B.S. Chandrasekhar was his name. That's a good ball. Tempted him to go at it, but the ball held back a little bit in the air, a little loop. I like that first ball already. Let's see what he has to offer.
Here he goes.
And this time Amjad waits on it and pulls it down to mid-wicket for a single. There are 2 right-handers batting, and so far all the bowlers, Saurav, have been right-handers as well.
That's correct.
I guess me and my bias, I'm a left-hander. I love to see some left-handers bowl
That's
and
correct.
or bat.
An appeal here. Not given by the umpire.
Rohan Weatherspoon, the umpire from Montreal.
Chandrasekhar. Jersey
Chandrasekhar
number
bowling
10.
his fourth ball.
Here he comes.
Misfields off his own bowling. Should have stopped this
Should have
one.
stopped this
Misfields off his own bowling for a single. Hard hit shot by Deen Dayal, but still should have stopped it. It was straight into his hands.
That's right. Every run counts here.
That's correct.
Here he goes. Fifth ball coming up. This time hit extremely hard. There's protection there in the deep.
And I like how Amjad is playing him after the very first ball that dipped. He's played the other two balls off the back foot, which is probably the way to go. The bowler is very slow.
That's right.
So
Smart batting by him.
yeah. Again, slower, much slower than you would expect, and they ample across for 2 runs, hit through deep covers. One of the things I notice, and I would like to comment, nothing big but still important, is when a batsman hits a ball on the offside and is turning around for the second run, and he's at the non-striker's end now, and he's turning around, he needs to learn to turn the right way,
That's
which is turn the direction where he needs to be facing the ball. It's simple. So the bat needs to be in the other hand, and otherwise there could be situations where you could be run out because you didn't see the throw coming.
That's right.
And I always try to point this out that it's a very critical element in batting, that you look at it. So there is a power play,
That's correct.
and who's coming into bowl? Milroy? Milroy coming into bowl, his second over.
Milroy bowling his second over. Conceded only 1 run in that first over. Here he comes.
Kept low,
Wonderful ball.
just outside the off stump, but kept low.
Kept a little low.
And Deen Dayal tried to cut it, didn't get to the ball at all. Interesting. I personally like bowling on that line, just outside the off stump. Strengthen your offside field. Don't give anything close to the body. This one was close, and they run across for 2 runs
Ball
now.
is for 2, and they definitely will get it.
Because one of the things that, at least at the 50s level, one of the things that I find is when you bowl outside the off stump, and you keep a field for that,
That's
it's
correct.
kind of hard to get a lot of runs.
Definitely is.
Right there, you can tell. He bowled that line again just outside the off stump. Deen Dayal tried to force it through covers, could not connect.
Doesn't quite get the connection. That's right.
So it's a good sign to see what the bowler does, and he's got a field, a 3 on the on, only 3 on the on, a mid on, short mid wicket, and a deep square leg. And so obviously it's very critical that you don't bowl anything close to the body, and bowl that line just outside the off stump.
That was a
Misfield.
chance.
Oh, it was a catch,
It was a catch.
and
Could have been out, but
dropped. Let's see if that counts. Deen Dayal dropped when he was 16. Got a single off of that, so he's 17. 3 runs of this over so far. Should have been only 2 and a wicket, but
here he goes. 5th ball. This time defended by Amjad. Says no right away for that single. Deen Dayal. taken a couple steps ahead. Here we go, last ball of this over from Milroy. This time played on the onside. Does get a single out of it.
4 of this over or 3?
4.
4 of this over. So Milroy has just given 5 in his 2 overs. Very economical.
Very economical by Milroy.
It should have been wicket taker. The North Bears got lucky on that
They
because it
definitely
was
did.
straight to his hand, wasn't
It
it?
was straight to his hand. So 7 overs gone. The North Bears, they're 35 for no loss.
Still ambling around that 5 and over.
Both batters batting on 17.
Amjad 17 of 15 and Deen Dayal 17 of 27.
Go Chandrasekhar bowling his second over today. He's conceded 5 runs in this first over that he's bowled. Here he goes. And tries to step out here.
Bowled. Chandrasekhar gets him bowled. Once again, trying to play him off the front foot of a very slow bowler.
Very slow
And
ball.
he was swinging his bat way ahead of the ball coming to it never reached him. But very intelligent bowling. Got a leg spinning action. And
That's
here's the first wicket to fall for the North Bears. So very smart bowling just outside the off stump. Chandrasekhar tempted Amjad to loft it, hit it hard, and Amjad made the mistake of stepping out
That's correct.
and paid the penalty of missing the ball outside the off stump, missing the ball, and then ultimately being stumped. So
New batter in, Fazal Alam.
Fazal Alam is the captain, and as I was telling you guys, Fazal had a fantastic role to play for the over 50s in the World Cup. And here he is, very first ball, hits it hard to deep covers
Gets off the mark right away.
for a single, continuing his form from the World Cup, I guess. Saurav.
That's right.
A little story on Fazal that plays
down
this
the ground.
straight past the bowler on the onside for a single, for a boundary.
Oh, single.
For a single. Fazal
Yes.
was playing his first match against Australia,
Mhm.
or the second match against Canada, and he was really he hurt his leg so bad that there was no chance of this guy playing
Right.
in the whole tournament.
That's
They
right.
wrote him off for that. And lo and behold, this guy did all kinds of therapy. And of course, thanks to Dr. Parakananta, who's a sports medicine specialist who is with the team, of course. And he helped Fazal tremendously. And Fazal came back on with what I call one-legged guy. We were struggling with our batting, and Fazal came in the last 2 games and had a brilliant 60-something not out against Sri Lanka
Wow. That's
and
great.
won us the game. We beat Sri Lanka by 10 wickets, chasing 115. And he was the guy instrumental in making that happen. So amazing story. I'm very impressed with Fazal.
Definitely.
Well, another good over. I happen to like Chandrasekhar's bowling, by the way. It's very
Most
tempting.
definitely.
Very tempting to you would
Everyone
think,
trying to step out and hit it and getting deceived by the bowler.
right?
That's definitely right. Just 3 overs coming off that over and an important wicket here.
38 for 1 off of
8 overs
8
gone.
overs.
The North Bears 38 for 1.
So now fallen behind less than 5 and over now.
A little less than 5, that's right.
Satbir is the new bowler. Satbir Singh. Satbir Singh is the new bowler. Score is 40 for 1 at the end of 8.1. It's 2 wides of that ball.
Here we go. Satbir coming in. And an appeal here. And he's given him.
Wow, direct throw.
Direct throw.
And I
He's
got to
gone.
see it in replay and probably slow-mo.
That's
Uh,
unfortunate for Fazal.
I don't think he dragged his bat.
I think so, yeah.
And he still has that injury, Saurabh.
He does.
He's playing with an injury. Hats off to him for doing everything for Masters. He's playing with
That's
an
right.
injury, but it would be great to see a replay of this ball. All I can say is it was pretty close.
It was close.
It was a direct hit. It was close.
Good. He got a good start from the non-striker's end. However, still couldn't make it there. And I'm sure, as you said, because of his injury,
Yeah.
so wicket coming out of it. A run out. However, 2 wickets gone for the North Bears now.
Nasir
Nasir.
Islam.
New batter walking in.
And Nasir is another guy that has played for US in the past. Was in the US national team in 2003 in the Champions Trophy when USA for the first time and played first class cricket, played in Champions Trophy against Australia and New Zealand in our pool, and he was part of the team.
That's nice to know. Let's see what he has to offer here today. Here he comes, Sabir.
And by the way, Amjad, who got out earlier,
Yeah.
stumped. We forgot to mention something very important. In the very first game on Monday, he had a huge 142,
That's correct.
and it's beautiful to see somebody score some big hundreds.
That's definitely right.
41 for 2 in
After
the
8.3 overs, the North Bears 41 for 2. Deen Dayal on 18 in 31. Here he comes.
looks like another leg spinner, Satbir. They take a single.
Deen Dayal playing very smart. Playing in the V of the game, straight down the ground, not trying to risk it too much.
I don't know if the ball is a little wet. The umpire had to help clean it up. Here is Satbir coming into bowl. Yeah, it's a leg spinner's action. That was a good ball. So the strategy of the Knights looks like to bring in slow bowlers
Definitely.
and
And try not to give those boundaries or get those wickets, tempting them to step out.
yeah. So spinners on both ends, Chandrasekhar and Satbir.
That's right.
Both leg spinners. Both Satbir a little quicker through the air, while Chandrasekhar is a much slower bowler through the air. It's going to take a lot more to hit him out of the park.
Definitely. It's only
Here's
4 runs in that over.
And here's the first break, or the only break in the batting for this inning. At the end of 9.
Turned out to be a great over, that one. The first ball going for a wide, however. Sudden change of events after that run out. So after 9 overs, the North Bears, they are 42 for 2. Both the batters, they're having a little talk there, trying to decide the strategy moving forward. The run rate 4.6.
So the match evenly placed, 42 for 2 in 9 overs, on a wicket that is okay.
I think it looks okay.
Is not too bad. It's okay to bat.
Definitely.
I think the North Knights bowled a good spell so far,
That's correct.
and they made a game out of it against a team I think that is fancied to be number 1 in this group.
Definitely.
And so let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes as they come back after a short drink break.
And as you said, there are a lot of star players in this team. They haven't lost too many wickets. They can try to speed things up moving forward. Here we are after the short drinks break. 9 overs gone. The North Bears, they're 42 for 2. Deen Dayal batting on 19 in 32. Nasir 1 of 4. Chandrasekhar has bowled 2 overs today, has conceded 8 runs and has got a wicket here. Here he goes. And that's hit straight down the ground. Protection there in the deep. Quick hands by the long on fielder. Here we go. Second ball coming up from Chandrasekhar. It's a wonderful ball there. A slow bowler, Chandrasekhar, trying to tempt the batters to step out and play that shot. And here he comes. And an appeal. No, says the umpire. That could have been close. By signal by the umpire. Here we go, fourth ball. And that's very well played. Gets a quick single out of it. Deen Dayal moves to 21 with that single. Brings Nasir on strike, who's batting on 1. Here he comes, Chandrasekhar. This time in the air, fielder coming underneath and doesn't quite get it. Drops the catch. And 4 signaled by the umpire. That's a boundary for Nasir. Did hit it hard and high in the air. The fielder tried to get underneath, however drops the catch. Let's have a look at the replay here. Here we go. Last ball of this over. This time let's have a look at the before the ball hit the stump. They're trying to make a decision. Both the umpires having a little chat out there. Have a look at it again. Tries to step out, misses it. The keeper collects the ball ahead of the stump, so not given by the umpire. Good decision. However, no ball. And a free hit signal there. Nasir, the batter on strike. Let's see what he can do. Here he goes, Chandrasekhar. And that's gone behind the keeper. They'll get a single. Fire signals buys.
So now no damage done on the free hit.
No damage done. So after 10 overs, the North Bears, they're 51 for 2. Deen Dayal batting on 21 in 34. And Nasir 5 of 9. Hit that boundary in this over. Could have been out. A dropped catch. 9 runs coming off that over from Chandrasekhar.
The most expensive over till
Definitely.
now.
I think that is their strategy moving forward. Try to speed up things.
With 2 no balls and a wide.
Definitely. A little expensive, that one from Chandrasekhar, as compared to the previous overs that he's bowled. And Satbir being brought back into the attack. 1 over, 4 runs by him so far. Going into his second over. And here he goes. Switch hit, a wonderful shot, that one. There's definitely no fielder there in the deep. However,
They run 2.
they run 2, and great hustle by the fielder there. Doesn't quite get to the boundary. Doesn't let it get to the boundary. 2 runs for Nasir there. Moves to 7. A great switch shot by him though.
Going to be interesting where Satbir bowls now that he had a switch hit. Still bowls that offside line. Drives this straight to deep extra cover. There is protection there, and there's only a single on that. Good shot, but a good ball. He didn't change his line. He bowled that same line outside the off stump.
That's correct. Very tempting delivery, that one.
No runs there.
Flighted delivery.
Right arm leg spinner Satbir coming into bowl. His 4th ball.
Here he comes.
Again, a
Stop.
very good ball.
In the air, however, doesn't carry to the fielder there at
Long off.
long off.
No run. 1 run. I think Satbir is bowling a very good line.
He definitely is. Here he goes again, 5th ball. This time
Tries to sweep it, completely exposing his stumps, but doesn't connect. Very interesting. They're trying every trick in the book
Definitely.
to get some runs. And let's see if Nasir can do something about it. Nasir is a attacking, hard-hitting bat, but playing a good slow bowler. I really like the bowling. Once again, bowls this.
the misfield. However,
No runs.
no runs there.
Very
So,
good over.
Only 4 runs coming off that over. So after 11 overs, the North Bears 55 for 2.
And folks, remember that this is an 18-over game.
This is definitely an 18-over game.
So it's
7 overs left.
I would say the scoring rate is quite low, Saurav.
It is, most definitely is.
It's
Think
now
they need
at
to speed it up a little now. They have 8 more wickets left in hand and 7 overs.
so they're at 5 and over exactly.
Run rate 5 per over. They most definitely need to speed things up here. Chandrasekhar coming in again.
Bowling his 4th over. And Deendal at 22 facing him.
Here he comes. This time tries to loft it in the air. And a great catch down there.
A deep square or deep mid wicket.
It's a great catch. Perfectly judged it in the air. It was hit high. A good catch in the end. And the 3rd wicket falls for the North. Hit it again.
Is not in the bat like they wanted to, and they're of course forced to play that way. They're trying to force the batting, get some runs, and excellent call by the captain of the North Knights
Definitely.
to keep their spinners going.
That's correct.
and they've done a wonderful job holding the Bears quite
Right in place. That's right. And as you rightly said, the slow bowler. It's very difficult to hit that slow bowler with that slow pace.
It was a good change, Saurabh, even though Milroy was bowling well.
Definitely.
Was a medium pacer. He took him off and brought the spinner on, and it paid dividends.
It definitely did. The score is 55 for 3 after 11.1 overs.
Here's Chandrasekhar bowling with a long on, a deep mid wicket, and a deep covers out in the deep. Everybody else is inside. He's bowling with 5 on the off now.
New batter in, Gunny. Tries to hit it.
Went straight to the short cover fielder. So he's bowling with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the off, 4 on the on. As a leg spinner, that's a very good way to bowl to a field. Here's this one going straight to covers for a single.
Little misfield. Which brings back Nasir on strike, who's batting on 8 in 13. Here we go, fourth ball coming up. That's hit hard. However, protection there, so we'll get only
1 run. 57 for 3, 5th ball of the over, 5th ball of the 12th over. Very good bowling indeed.
Definitely.
At this stage, 4 and 5 runs are not going to hurt the Knights.
Definitely. And a wicket off the first ball always boosts up your confidence in that over.
So they got 3 of this over so far.
1 ball left. Here he goes, Chandrasekhar.
Excellent
Wonderful
bowling. Excellent bowling there. Outside the off stump.
Very clever.
Tempted him to step out and hit him, which he did not take the offer. So 12 overs, 58 for 3. Nasir Islam batting on 9. And Gunny batting on 2.
Only 3 runs off that over.
A wicket and 3 runs.
That's right. 6 overs left. They need to speed things up.
So what do you think a good score should be on this wicket?
I think a little above, a little near 100 or maybe 110 is obviously bonus, but I mean, at least for me, I think getting to that 100 mark or 110, 120 is most definitely a good score to defend, looking at the condition today.
Yeah, I think you may be onto something. I like that number. 100 is a psychological number.
That's correct.
And I think about 110 or 120 would be a good score.
That's correct.
Which would leave them at a little over 6 and over to
That's
chase.
correct. Here he comes.
Satbir plays this to mid-off for a single or for 2.
That's great running
Quick 2
between the
runs.
wickets.
Quick 2 runs.
No hesitation by either of the batters.
And that's the way to go if you're not able to get the big shots. And it's a pretty big outfield. And if you're not able to get the big shots, you got to get the 2s
That's correct.
and get 6 and over as a minimum. Well played again. And this one for a single.
Clever batting by Gunny. Quickly realizes he's not able to get those boundaries earlier, and now trying to rotate the strike, getting those singles and doubles.
And for which, I always talk about this, for which fitness is the key factor. especially at this level of cricket, at
That's
the
correct.
50s. The ones that are fitter are going to outshine the other guys.
That's most definitely right. Survival of the fittest. And that's a great shot, that one. Not the best of balls bowled by Satbir. It's a full toss and hit hard on the onside.
For a boundary.
Hit hard for a boundary here. 7 runs coming off this over so far in the 3 balls that Satbir has bowled. Turning out to be a better over than the previous overs. The North Bears, they move to 65 now in 12.3 overs. Nasir trying to hit it hard here. Let's see what he has now. Here he goes, Satbir to Nasir.
Well bowled.
It's a good
Very
comeback
well bowled.
by the bowler after the last ball being hit for a boundary.
It's a perfect ball for a leg spinner to come and bowl at just outside the off stump, just short of a good length, forcing the batsman to come on the front foot. Again, made him come on the front foot again, and it was driven straight to covers, no runs there.
Beautiful bowling. Last ball of this over coming up. Here he goes. This time tries to step out. Doesn't quite get a good connection.
There is protection long on, and it goes straight to him for a single. End of the over. 66 for 3 in 13.
The run rate a little above 5 now. Ghani batting 5. Ghani batting on 5 in 5 balls. And Nasir 14 in 19.
The name Chandrasekhar reminds me of B.S. Chandrasekhar, Bhagwat Chandrasekhar, as they used to be called, the great right arm leg spinner from India.
That's right.
And Saurabh, I had the great pleasure of playing alongside him when I was in India and played for Syndicate Bank.
Is that right?
He was part of Syndicate Bank in Bangalore, and I was part of Syndicate Bank in Hyderabad.
That's
And
great.
we went on a couple of tours and played for Syndicate Bank in Agra and in Delhi, a couple of tournaments.
That's right.
And I had a great pleasure of spending time with this
Correct.
amazing and humble human being.
Good old days for you.
Good old days, great human being. My shout out to Mr. Chandrasekhar, fantastic human being.
Definitely. Here we are moving into the 14th over of the game.
A bowling change. Vinod Motwani is the bowler. For those that do not know, Vinod is also a part of, Vinod is the captain of the team and is a part of Masters executive body, and is also the treasurer for Masters Cricket USA. We are thankful for all his services that he provides to Masters, a very dedicated Masters member. Here is a bad start, bowls 2 wides in a row.
He's missing his line and length a little here.
Definitely the line.
Definitely.
That one was a dot ball. Still bowled outside the off stump, but a little closer to the stumps
That's right.
than the other 2 balls where they were wides. And so no runs.
Here we go. Second ball. That's it in the air. And that's a boundary. Nasir getting those shots for the North Bears. Moves to 18 with that boundary. 6 runs coming in this over so far. Just 2 balls bowled. The run rate moves to 5.4 per over. North Bears 72 for 3.
So let's see if Vinod makes any corrections.
Here he goes.
Plays this to covers for a single.
It's a good ball, that one, by Vinod.
But played quite comfortably by Nasir.
Here he goes. Fourth ball. Tries to hit it hard. Ghani goes straight back to the bowler. Won't get any run.
Critical 2 balls. The North Bears need to get something out of this.
Definitely right.
And has a
Hit in the
huge
air.
swing. And is that a boundary?
They'll get 2 runs out of it. I think he changed the fielding position after the shot being hit for a boundary there by Nasir. Good fielding there in the deep, quick hands. However, they still get those 2 runs. Here we go, last ball of this first over from Vinod. Here he goes. It's a wonderful ball, that one. Good way to finish that over. 9 runs coming off that over. 2 of them being wide. So after 14 overs gone, the North Bears, they're 75 for 3. Ghani batting on 7 in 8 deliveries, and Nasir 19 in 22.
3 overs left. 15 gone. 4 overs. 14 gone. 4 overs left. So at least 6 and over will get them to 100.
That's right.
And
Maybe
they
everything.
they probably need to be looking at 8 and over.
That's correct. Anything above 100 would be a bonus.
So let's see how the batting side strategizes and what the bowling side has to offer. Satbir has come back to bowl his 4th over,
That's correct.
his last over probably,
Look at his stance. He's waiting to hit the ball.
and that was not given a wide very correctly
That's correct.
because Nasir was standing wide outside the off stump and then let it go still, even though it was past that marked wide line. So now Nasir is standing on the offside, completely exposing his stumps,
See what Satbir has.
and he hits this hard to mid wicket.
And what a shot that one by Nasir. 6 runs.
That's the first 6 of the game.
However, Satbir gives a full toss. Let's have a look at it again.
Hits that beautifully, waited for it, saw the ball all the way through, which is the technique that you need to see it all the way till it hits the middle of the bat. That's a wide. And those are buys probably.
Get a boundary there. They don't. Good hustle by the fielder.
And they run 3 comfortably.
By signal by the umpire.
Not a wide either.
Not a wide.
Very interesting call by the umpire. Ghani to face
Satbir.
Satbir. Plays this to mid wicket, and they don't run for 2. They just walk across for a single. Nasir has no intention of walking that, getting that second run.
That's correct. I think their strategy is that Ghani tries to rotate the strike back to Nasir, and Nasir hits it hard and out of the ground. I think that's what they're trying to strategize here. Here we go. Satbir comes in. This time
to mid, actually square leg
Square leg.
for a single.
Doesn't quite get the best of connections there, Nasir. Doesn't carry to the fielder there. Square leg. Which brings back Gunny on strike. Last ball of this over. Switch. Oh. Tries to switch hit.
Didn't look comfortable playing that shot, and there was a good ball outside the off stump. So 10 of this over,
11 of that over.
11 of that over. So good over for the Bears.
So after 15 overs, the North Bears, they're 86 for 3.
3 overs to go. I would think the target should be about 120.
Definitely. I think Nasir should go for it. And if he does get the connection,
Nasir
like
is the guy that should be, looks like he's capable of hitting the big shots. He's just shown it in the last over.
that's correct.
So if he stays through the innings, the rest of the 3 overs, I think North Bears should be in a good position to get to that 120 mark.
You're definitely right there.
And that's about 10 and over. They should get close to that. They'd be about 116.
That's correct. Milroy coming into the attack, bowling his 3rd over today. Has conceded 4 runs in the 2 overs that he's previously bowled. Was looking in good touch today, Milroy.
Yes, and both the spinners are done, Saurav.
Definitely. And he's been brought
Chandrasekhar
back.
and Satbir are done. And so Milroy, who's bowled 2 overs, probably gets, if he bowls well this over, probably gets to bowl the final over.
You're definitely right.
Making adjustments to his field on the onside. At this stage, that is the adjustment you probably need to make, because most of the shots generally are played on the onside in the last few overs.
That's correct.
Play it across, and so here is Nasir facing Milroy.
Here he goes. It's a wonderful ball.
They tried to run across quickly for a single. Gunny at least did. But Nasir sent him back. Nasir is not the quickest of the runners between the wickets,
That's correct.
and I guess his strategy right now is to play as many balls as he can and play the big shots.
That's correct.
He is now batting on 26 in 27 balls, and I think it's probably the right move for the Bears, for him to take charge.
You're right.
It's a full toss. Did they call it a no ball? Or was it a full toss?
No.
That's a very good ball then.
It's a good ball by Milroy. He's been consistent with his line and length. 2 dot balls in a row at this stage of the game.
Is a very, very big thing.
Here he goes. This time gets a quick single.
One run of 3 balls, a very good over so far. Yet to be seen if that continues and
Definitely.
ends up to be a good over for the Knights.
Gunny batting on 8. Here comes Milroy. Oh,
Almost got him bowled. I don't know how it missed the stumps and how the keeper missed that ball. I think it's a catch.
we get a. Was it a catch?
It wasn't a bye.
Must be some edge out there then.
Yeah.
Definitely hit the bat. No bye signal by the umpire.
So 2 of the first 4 balls. Milroy coming in to bowl his 5th, right arm medium pacer. Hits this very hard.
And yes, it does get to the boundary. 4 runs for Nasir.
Hits this over mid off. Very hard indeed.
Little misjudgment there by the fielder. Could have been a catch. Didn't quite carry. Six runs coming in this over so far. One ball to go. Let's see what Nasir has this last ball.
And he's bowled.
And he's gone. Danger man Nasir.
Out for 31 of 30 balls. Milroy, the unlucky bowler, I would say, that
that's
he
right.
did not get a wicket early on in his
That's
first
correct.
spell. Gets one now.
Most definitely does. Only 6 runs in that over. And a wicket coming off the last ball.
So he's bowled 3 overs for 10 runs. I think that's an amazing spell.
That definitely is.
Especially in an 18-over match.
That's correct. And only giving 6 runs in that death over. Milroy. Looking in good touch here with the... Let's see what he can offer with the bat as well.
The new batsman coming in is Prabhakar. Prabhakar is to face. No, it should be
Dharma.
Gunny facing.
Yes.
Gunny facing Dharma. Dharma first 2 overs. Bowled the new ball. First 2 overs for
17
runs. A little more on the expensive side.
You're right. Let's see what he has to offer now. The 17th over of the game.
18th over, isn't it?
It's 17th.
Oh yeah, okay, 18-over game. Gunny just plays it smart, rotating the strike, gets a single. Gunny is 10 of 12. Prabhakar is now facing Dharma.
Taking guard, Prabhakar. Here he comes.
Hit him on the pads. Appeal for an LBW, but not given. Definitely missing the leg stump
Definitely.
by a wide margin.
I think that was a tactical appeal just to pressurize the batsman here.
From taking a single. That's a good ball again. No runs.
Great overs so far. Only 1 run. The 3 balls that he's bowled. Let's see if he can continue this. Here he comes.
That's a
Ooh.
very good ball. Kept low, but a very good ball indeed.
Beautiful ball there.
Bowled him, huh?
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, I think he bowled him. I don't see the bails.
He's walking back.
The ball did
Let's have a
keep
look at
low.
the replay. Yes, he's bowled. Dharma gets a wicket here.
Ball did keep low.
First 2 overs would have been a little expensive. However, this over is turning out to be a great over for him so far. Only 1 run coming off that over in the 4 balls that he's bowled and a wicket. 2 more balls to go.
How is he out? LBW or bull? Score is 93 for 5.
Hemant Athavia, the new batsman in. .4 overs gone. The North Bears 93 for 5. The run rate 5.6 per over.
Finally, here comes a left-hander.
Definitely.
Hemant is a left-handed bat. It's interesting that Dilip is not coming to bat.
Here he comes. Dharma. Beautiful ball. Hemant just defends it. Only one run in this over so far.
And it's interesting, guys like Parag Ananta and Dilip Chavan, two of them are good batters. I'm surprised they're not at the wicket. Here's a wonderful
One
over.
more dot ball. Only one run and a wicket
Of the 17th over in an 18-over match. I mean, that is really impressive.
Very impressive.
So they're at 93. They need at least 7 to break that 100-run mark.
That's correct.
And I would think that's probably a minimum. It's a good psychological number,
That's
the
correct.
3-digit number. Let's see who's going to come back, and most likely Milroy.
Milroy.
Milroy, 3 overs for 10 runs, 1 wicket. A very impressive spell indeed. He looks quite fit, doesn't he?
He definitely does. And being a medium pacer and not being hit for too many boundaries.
Adjusting
bowling
his
by
field
him.
quite a bit last over, so I don't blame him for doing that.
Definitely.
Set your field and bowl to your field is what you need to be doing. And here is Milroy coming in to bowl the last over of the innings.
Dot ball here.
Oh,
he's
and
given him.
Yeah,
I
the
think that was a
batsman was
nick.
walking too.
Definitely.
So there's the second wicket.
Second wicket for Milroy.
Milroy. The 6th wicket for North Bears to fall.
Gunny, the batsman, dismissed. Have a look at it again.
The batsman walked
Batsman
before the
walked away,
umpire could give it
definitely.
out.
Great spirit of the
a
game.
which is a rarity in today's cricket.
That's correct.
Lazarus Joseph is the new batter. Lazarus comes with a reputation of being a very good fast bowler. He's from
That's right.
one of the Caribbean islands.
Last 5 balls of the first inning.
Milroy looking at his field one more time, making adjustments, and that's a sign of a good bowler, Saurav.
Definitely.
Because somebody that knows his field and wants to make sure he's bowling to his field, and making adjustments based on the batsman, his grip.
That's correct.
There's probably a leg by.
Yes, leg by signal by the umpire.
So that run doesn't go against Milroy.
Definitely.
So he still stays at 3.2
However-
overs and 10 runs and 2 wickets. Excellent spell.
However, any
Yeah.
kind of runs works for the North Bears at this moment.
True. Milroy coming in from around the stump to the left-handed Hemant. I like all the field adjustments that he's
Definitely.
making. not rushing his bowling, which kind of tells you that he's a guy who has played this game before.
Get a quick single there. Three balls left. Lazarus, the batter, on strike. Here he comes, Milroy. This time
It's hit to deep mid wicket. Run 2.
move to 97. The North Bears. 2 more balls left.
Interesting if they can get the 100 mark.
That's correct. Dot ball here.
Dot ball. Very interesting. I'm impressed with Milroy's bowling. Even though it's the number 8 batter coming in, I understand. It's probably much easier for him to bowl to a number 8 than a number 1, but still, very impressive bowling. Again, this one
Beautiful.
probably off his pads. Yeah, leg by. End of the over, end of the innings.
So after 18 overs, the North Bears are 98 for 6. The North Knights need 99 runs to win in 18 overs.
Milroy Don, 4 overs, no maidens, 13 runs, 2 wickets.
Definitely.
A very impressive spell indeed.
Very impressive spell and great captaincy by the captain of North Knights, getting those slow bowlers in the middle overs,
Vinod Motwani, the captain.
not letting them get off the mark, not letting them hit those boundaries and sixes in those middle overs. So Amjad Khan came into bat. He made 17 runs in 16 balls. He was playing along with Deen Dayal. Made 22 in 37. They stayed here for a couple of minutes in the middle. They tried to get those scoreboard moving. Deen Dayal was playing a little on the slower side. Amjad trying to get those boundaries, trying to get those singles and doubles. Fazal Alam got run out on 2. Very unfortunate there for him. Nasir played a great inning there. 31 runs in 31 balls. Got those sixes, got those boundaries. Ganeshan, he got those singles and doubles. Rotated the strike for Nasir. Played a good inning. Didn't get too many runs. Made 10 runs. However, played a great inning there by rotating the strike to Nasir. Prabhakar Nandivada was out on 0 here today. And Hemant Athavia 1 of 3, and in the end Lazarus Joseph 2 of 4. So, and for the North Knights, Dharma Gade, he's bowled 3 overs, has conceded 18 runs and has a wicket here. And great bowling obviously by Milroy Dawn, 4 overs, 13 runs, and only has taken 2 wickets and has an economy of 3.2. Wonderful bowling by him. So the North Knights now need to chase 99 runs. However, the North Bears couldn't get to that psychological 100-run mark.
98 for 6.
The North Bears 98 for 6.
And we'll be right back, folks.
We'll be right back.
The umpires are walking onto the field, and so are the North Bears. Lazarus Joseph is the bowler who's taken the new ball for the Bears.
North Knights, they need 99 runs from 18 overs. Vipul Mehta and Dharma Gade, the batters for the North Knights, the opening batters. Here we go, they're walking right in.
Dharma also happened to be the new ball bowler, and
That's
now
right.
an opening bat as well. An interesting combo. Because I don't know of very many opening bowlers
Who are opening batters.
also opening batters.
That's right.
I'm now thinking about it worldwide. I don't know if I could think of very many people. Can you?
Most definitely not.
Um,
Different combination.
So it's an interesting combo, and let's see what Dharma has to offer, along with Vipul
Definitely.
against Lazarus, and I'm expecting Ramki. That's the other bowler. His name is Ramkrishna Hanumara. That's his last name, Hanumara. A great left-arm fast bowler of his days. Was considered as one of the prospects for India at one stage. And you're from Pune, and you should know one more thing. It's harder to come and be recognized as a player when you are from small cities compared to Mumbai, or in this case Hyderabad.
That's correct.
So a guy coming from Andhra,
That's correct.
it's tougher to make a
That's
side
correct.
in the national arena.
You're right. Good first ball there from Lazarus. Right on the money. Defended by Vipul. Here he comes. Second ball. Wanted to get that single, however, quick fielding there. Denies that single. 2 dot balls for Lazarus.
Lazarus, right arm fast bowler, good action, nice smooth run up, coming into bowl. Bowler's third ball. Bowls
Very well
is
bowled.
close to the body, and Vipul had to defend it. So there is some pace in this ball.
Definitely. And some bounce as well.
Yeah.
3 dot balls for Lazarus.
The slip is out and has a short cover instead. That's an interesting field after 3 dot balls.
Was that a chance?
Maybe a bye. I'm not sure. Bye.
Bye signal. Definitely no edge there. The first run coming for the North Knights, however not off the bat. Both the batters yet to get off the mark. Lazarus bowling to Dharma now. Here he comes.
Down the leg.
Could have been a wide ball.
But it hit his fan.
Did hit. So one more dot ball added. Turning out to be a wonderful over this one for Lazarus. 1 ball to go. Here he goes.
Not out.
He's not out. Good bowling by Lazarus in this over. Wonderful first over. Definitely boosts his confidence up for the rest of the game. Let's have a look at the replay. Good call by the umpire there, Daniel. So 1. The North Knights, they're 1 for no loss. 98 more runs to get in 17 overs.
As expected, Ramki, number 9, coming into bowl.
You were right. Ram
Left,
Kishan.
left arm over the wicket. And ladies and gentlemen, for those that do not know Ramki was a guy that played for Andhra in Ranji Trophy, played a lot of first-class cricket, and then went on to play for rest of India. Was considered in the probables as a left-arm medium pacer at one stage.
That's right.
Also happens to have played for the same bank team that I played for, but much after I left India, which is Syndicate Bank. Here's Ramki coming left arm over. And there's the first wide. Just missing leg stump, but it was a wide.
That's right. Little outside leg. Here he comes again, Ram Kishan.
Wide again. There is some swing.
Definitely some movement in the air, you're right.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he adjusts the swing. He does have the ball going the other way as well.
It's a wonderful ball, that one. Coming into the right-hand batsman.
A little bounce as well. No runs. Runs very quickly to his run up and comes in bowls.
That's right.
Here's another one. Dot ball.
2 dot balls, 2 wides in this over so far. Here we go. And the first runs coming off the bat in this game.
Short square leg for a single.
Dharma taking guard just to be sure. Here he comes. And defended by Dharma. So 1 more dot ball for Ram Kishan.
That's a good ball outside the
Beautiful
off
ball.
stump, forcing him to play that one outside the off stump. Beaten completely. Goes to the keeper, no runs. Last ball of the over.
Here it comes.
Outside the off stump, he lets it go. These were the ones that move away from the batter. This last two balls.
That's correct.
And his initial first few balls were coming in. So he's kind of showing the batsman that he can do both.
That's right.
Which will keep the batsman more honest about playing a shot or waiting for it to come into his body. So it's good strategy. I always believe that you bowl both balls, let them see it, which kind of makes them guess what the next one is going to be like, whether it's coming in or going out. Whereas Lazarus does not have that. It's one action.
Here he comes. He wanted that single.
Pretty much a straight ball on the off stump. Enough bounce. Goes to point. No runs.
Dot ball for Lazarus. Maiden over. The first over that he's bowled. And again, 2 dot balls. 8 dot balls by Lazarus.
The only run coming off of his over was a leg by.
That's correct. An appeal and not given by the umpire.
Didn't look out.
Definitely
Looked outside the off stump.
Again. Here we go. 4th ball coming up. In comes Lazarus. It's played on the onside beautifully in the gap. Call is for 2. They'll easily get those 2 runs. Whipple moves to 3 in 11 balls. Dharma yet to get off the mark. .4 overs. The North Knights are 6 for no loss. Here comes Lazarus. Wonderful ball, that one. There was a lot of bounce involved in that previous ball. Last ball of this over. Let's see what Lazarus has to offer. Here he goes. Beautiful ball. And that's the end of the 3rd over. The North Knights are 6 for no loss. The run rate at 2 per over.
Definitely fallen behind on the run rate.
Right.
They have to make up for it, but the bowling is really good, very economical. Lazarus bowled a beautiful line and length, and now Ramki coming in to bowl his 2nd over. Gave 3 runs off the first over, 2 of which were wides.
That's correct. Let's see what he can do in this over. Here he comes.
Wide ball.
White ball. A little deja vu of the previous over. Here he comes. One more wide. Let's see what he can do now. And that's a single. However, it's a leg bye. Here comes Ramki. Defended. And good call there by Dharma. Could have been a run out. It was his danger end. Says no, denies that single. And good call by Dharma. Dot ball for Ramkishan. The North Knights are 9 for no loss. Run out is not the way to go. Beautiful call, that one by Dharma, denying that single. Here he comes, Ramkishan. He will get that single. And yes, umpire signals leg byes. That brings Dharma back on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. Here we go. Fourth ball coming up. And does get that single and gets off the mark, Dharma. Five runs in that over from Ramkishan. Two of them being wides, 2 leg byes, and a single off the last ball, which brings back Dharma back on strike. It's the end of the 4th over. The North Knights are 11 for no loss. They still need 88 runs to win in the next 14 overs. The run rate 2.75 per over. Here comes Lazarus. 3rd over that he's bowling. And a quick single by Dharma there. Just quickly placed it on the onside. Easy single for him. Which brings Vipul on strike. Vipul playing on 3 in 15. Playing a little slower at the moment. Here comes Lazarus. This time that's a good shot. However, great feeling there at cover. Denies any run. So dot ball in the end for Lazarus. Wonderful effort there by the fielder at cover. And he does get the prize for it. Here he comes. 3rd ball. That's a quick single. Definitely a leg bye. Umpire signals leg byes. Three fielders on the onside. Here comes Lazarus. And it does go to mid-wicket. Not the best of shots there, but still get that single, and the runs keep coming in this over. At least the singles keep coming. The run rate has now gone up to 3 per over. Here he comes, Lazarus. And a little misfield there by the fielder at backward square leg. Four runs in this over so far. One more ball to go. Lazarus going in. Tries to sneak in that single there. Dharma. However, Vipul says no right away. And there was definitely no single there. So that's the end of the 5th over. The Northern Knights, they're 15 for no loss. The run rate 3 per over. A little behind the required run rate. The required run rate is above 5. They need to speed things up a little here. Here we go, change in bowling. Left arm bowler coming into the attack. Hitesh, the left arm bowler. Left arm going across. Here he comes. It's a wonderful ball, that one by Hitesh. Vipul tries to swing it. A swing and a miss. 84 runs required to win for the Northern Knights. Here we go, second ball for Hitesh. Here he comes. It's a good ball by him. Was a little slower than the previous delivery. Batsman decides to defend it. Tries to push it. Here he comes, Hitesh. One more dot ball added. 3 dot balls in a row. The run rate falling a little below 3. Both the batters having a little chat, trying to strategize their game plan. Think they need to get those singles and doubles here. They need to get the scoreboard moving. Here he comes. And defended by Vipul. 4 dot balls in a row. Can he get that maiden over, Hitesh? An appeal there, and he's given him. Hitesh gets the wicket. The first wicket falls for the North Knights. Hitesh, the bowler, taking the wicket. Wonderful over so far from Hitesh. 4 dot balls and a wicket off the 5th ball. Have a look at the replay here. Beautiful ball, skid into the pads, and he's gone. The first wicket falling. Dharma Gade, the batter, dismissed. New batsman in is Munish. He's walking in. Munish Pathak, the new batter in, having a chat with Dharma. Guard Munish. That's the weather here today. 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Wonderful sunny day for cricket. Beautiful day for cricket here at the Moosa Stadium. And an appeal again. Wicket maiden for Hitesh. Definitely boosts his confidence and as well as his team's confidence here. Have a look at the replay again. Ooh, that could have been close. No, says the umpire. Wonderful overs by Hitesh. So 6 overs gone. The North Knights are 15 for the loss of 1 wicket here. Munish yet to get off the mark. Tharma batting on 3 in 12. The run rate now at 2.5 per over. Still need 84 runs to win. More overs to go. And Lazarus bowling his 4th over today. 5 runs in the 3 overs that he's bowled. In comes Lazarus. And this time it's a wonderful shot. A wristy shot on the onside. The backward square leg fielder. Great hustle by him. Doesn't let it get to the boundary. Get 2 runs off of it. And the North Knights now move to 17 for 1. Power play signal. Here we go. Second ball of the 4th over that Lazarus is bowling. Ooh, wonderful ball. Gets behind the keeper. Does it get to the boundary? Yes, it does. 4 runs. No bat involved. 4 byes for him, for the team. The North Knights 21 for 1 now. Extra runs so far. Need to avoid those extra runs. Here he comes, Lazarus. Just missing his run up a little. You missed those run ups. There's no need to bowl that ball. Here he comes again. Beautiful ball, that one by Lazarus. Totally deceiving Dharma. Six runs coming in this over so far. 3 more balls to go. Tries to place it in the gap. However, fielder at point makes sure he doesn't get that single. Dot ball for Lazarus. 2 consecutive dot balls. Here he comes again. 5th ball. A wristy shot and quick fielding there. A direct hit and he's run out. Wonderful. The fielder there at backward square leg. Very quick. Very, very quick. And he's gone. Have a look at the replay. Quick glance on the onside, and what a throw. Direct hit, and he's gone. Munish Pathak, the batter, dismissed. The batter run out by Gunny. Wonderful fielding by Gunny. Very quick with his hands. Direct hit. And he's gone. So 2 wickets fall for the North Knights. They're 21 for 2 after 6.5 overs. A little change in field out there. Hitesh continuing his spell. Making little changes in the field according to his needs. New batter in, Milroy. He's done a great deal with the ball. Let's see what he can do with the bat, what he has to offer now. Here we go, Hitesh bowling his second over. First over was a wicket maiden. This time placed on the inside. Doesn't quite carry to the boundary. However, they get a couple of runs out of it. First runs coming off for Hitesh. Here we go, Hitesh going in, second ball. And that's a wide down leg side. They get a single. Three bonus runs. Rather, two bonus runs for the North Knights. The run rate looking a little better now, 3.5 per over. Taking guard, Milroy. It's very wonderful with the ball. Here comes Hitesh. An appeal there. And they get a quick single again. Gets off the mark right away, Milroy. Here he goes. Third ball coming up. And defended by Dharma. Defended yet again. No single there. Dharma 7 runs in 21 balls. Taking his time to settle down. Here he comes. This time a little fuller. Full toss being hit on the onside. The backward square leg fielder chasing it. Doesn't let it get to the boundary. They get 2 runs out of it. Dharma moves to 9. Here he comes. Last ball of the second over for Hitesh. And placed on the onside. There was no single there. And a little misfield there. They get a single. So after 8 overs, the North Knights are 29 for 2. They still need 70 runs to win. Ten more overs to go. 60 balls, 70 runs to win. The required run rate 7 per over, and the current run rate 3.62 per over. They need to speed things up. One more over before the drinks break. Nazir, new bowler in. Played very well with the bat, made 31 runs. In 31 balls. Here he comes, Nasir. Good ball by him. A dot ball there. $70 more runs to get. Here he comes. And that's a good shot on the onside. Does it race to the boundary? Fielder chasing it. And great fielding there again by the backward square leg fielder. Gunny, the fielder at backward square leg. Here we go. Third ball coming up. Ooh. Is that a wide? And yes, wide ball signaled by the umpire. And four wides, 5 wides. Here comes Nasir. Third ball. It's a good ball. Dharma defends it. Milroy wanted that single, however sent back by Dharma. It's a good ball, that one by Nasir. Seven runs in this so far. 4 balls gone. Here he comes. 5th ball. Ooh, that's a beautiful ball. Totally deceiving the batsman. It's turning out to be a good over. However, that wide racing to the fence for a boundary gave 5 extra bonus runs. And defended by Dharma. No single. That's the end of the 9th over. The North Knights, they're 36 for 2. Playing with a run rate of 4 per over. 7 runs coming off that previous over from Nasir. Good over by him. Only that 1 wide going for a boundary. So it's time for the drinks break right now. The North Knights are 36 for 2 after 9 overs. They need to speed things up here. We'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. Thank you. Here comes Hitesh. Dot ball. Good comeback after that previous ball being hit for a boundary. Tried to hit it hard. Little misfield there. They get a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets now. They seem to have stepped up their game. They're looking like they want to play a little aggressive than they were before. Milroy 7 and 5. Here comes Hitesh. Good ball, that one. Here he comes. That's hit through the gap. Fielder chasing it. And they comfortably get the 2 runs they wanted. 8 runs in this over from Hitesh. And so after 10 overs, the North Knights are 43 for 2. The run rate 4.3 per over. They still need 56 runs in the next 8 overs to win. 48 balls, 56 to win. They need to get the strike rotating. They need to get those singles, those doubles, a few boundaries here and there. Wait for those loose balls. Nasir coming in. Straight towards the fielder. No run there. The mid-wicket fielder in place. Here he comes. Ooh, that's a wonderful ball, that one by Nasir. Here he comes. This time tries to hit it in the gap, straight to the fielder. Dharma batting on 12 and 31 balls. It's an inside edge. The fielder there, Gunny, stops the ball from getting to the boundary. Milroy taking guard just to be sure. Just wants to be sure he's waiting on the right stump. Here he comes. Some changes being made in the field by Nasir. 5th ball coming up. Ooh, that's a wonderful ball. Totally beats the batsman. Wonderful over this one so far from Nasir. Only 1 run coming so far. 1 more ball to go. Let's see what Nasir has to offer. Beautiful ball. A quicker delivery. And that's the end of the 11th over. The North Knights are 44 for 2. They're playing with a run rate of 4 per over. A beautiful over, that one from Nasir. Very crucial over. And a few crucial overs coming up now. They still need 55 more to get in the next 7 overs. Here he comes, Hitesh. This time hit in the air and very well placed in the gap. That's definitely a boundary. Beautiful shot, that one. Was in the air for some time, however, no fielder there. Gets that boundary. 4 runs coming in this over so far from only one ball that he's bowled. Let's see what Hitesh has in the upcoming balls that he's going to bowl. Here he comes. And that's a full toss played on the onside. There's protection there in the deep. He wanted 2. However, no, says Dharma, which brings back Milroy on strike. Here we go. Third ball coming up. 5 runs in this over so far. And that's being played on the offside. Quick fielding there. And a good throw, that one. We've seen good efforts by the fielders here. A run out by Gunny. Six runs in this over, turning out to be a better over than the previous ones. And yes, that's the way to go. Sneaks in a single again. Direct hit. However, he's comfortably in. 48 more runs to win. And he's bowled him. Swing and a miss. And Hitesh gets the wicket. Second wicket of the day. The third wicket falls for the North Knights. So after 11.5 overs, the North Knights are 51 for 3. Still need 48 more runs. In the next 6.1 overs, the required run rate a little above 7 per over. They need to speed things up now. They can't afford to lose any more wickets here. Milroy, the batsman, dismissed. New batsman in, Bhaskar. Bhaskar Dave. Milroy Dawn getting out on 9. Was very good with the ball. The new batsman having a chat with Dharma. Dharma batting on 19 and 36. Last ball of this over from Hitesh. Bhaskar taking guard. And here we go. Beautiful ball. 7 runs coming in this over and 1 wicket. Started a little expensive, however, redeemed himself with that wicket. So after 12 overs, the North Knights are 51 for 3. The run rate 4.25. The required run rate is 8 per over. They need to speed things up here in the middle. Bhaskar yet to get off the mark. Let's see what he has to offer for his team. Now is the moment to step up. And Nasir continuing his spell. Wonderful over by him so far today. 8 runs only in the 2 overs that he's bowled. Here he comes, Nasir. And that's placed on the onside. Sneaks in a quick single. Mid-wicket fielder in place there. And the long off, long on. Being brought inside the circle. Here he comes, Nasir. That's a good single there. A little misfield. Couldn't quite get a hold of the ball. And good running between the wickets. Good communication. Didn't hesitate at all. Here he comes. And he's bowled him. Nasir getting his wicket. Dharma, the batsman dismissed, was here for a long time. Have a look at the replay.
Excellent ball, good spot. There was no real footwork on Dharma's part to play that shot, and he paid the penalty, the ultimate penalty of getting out.
A lazy looking shot, that one.
Beaten both in pace and the movement, I guess. So right now the Bears are looking good.
They're looking very good.
Because the run rate required is now way above 8.
You're correct.
And I haven't seen anybody really take charge
Exactly.
to show me that they can now score these runs. But again, we could be surprised.
Vinod, the new batter in. Vinod Motwani.
Vinod Motwani is the captain of the team, and also, as I mentioned before, a very active member of the executive body and the treasurer for Masters Cricket USA. So an incredible contributor to Masters overall, and hopefully he does something for his team today.
He's to play the captain's innings.
But he's playing a guy who's very experienced, Nasir Islam, very experienced bowler. He's a bowler that can bat and can always land it on the spot. A very street smart cricketer. Again,
Beautiful.
A very good ball. Very good ball. There's very little you can do when somebody bowls at that length and
That's
that
correct.
line.
Last ball of this over for Nasir. Bowling his 3rd over today. Here comes Nasir. And cut the ball shot third man fielder. Tried to chase it. Doesn't let it get to the boundary. However, they sneak in a couple of runs. So that's the end of the 13th over. The North Knights are 55 for 4.
55 for 4, chasing 98.
That's correct.
99 is the number,
99.
is the target. So I think it's getting tougher for the
Definitely
Knights.
is. It's getting tougher over by over.
So they have to do something. They have to play at least get a couple of big overs to
correct.
get back into the game. But it's looking tougher for the Knights.
That's correct.
4 down. Couple of their main guys gone, including Milroy, that I thought
Definitely.
was good.
Some damage control needs to be done here in the middle.
Folks, while we're at it, I wanted to give a big shout out to some people that take their time to contribute to Masters overall. One such gentleman is Ravi Suri. Ravi Suri is part of the 60s committee and also our media relations manager. And he is very articulate with writing his articles and very, very good for Masters. Has been a great addition since last October. We want to wish him all the very best and success in his life. That's Ravi Suri, ladies and gentlemen, from New Jersey area, and a very good cricketer in its own might, but more than that, a phenomenal supporter and contributor to Masters Cricket USA. Thank you, Ravi, for everything you do.
Hemant here, the new bowler in. Missing his line a little. Getting too wide. Here he comes. It's a dot ball. Slow bowler. Slow spinner being brought here. Left arm slow spinner. And that's hit on the offside. That's a little fuller. Got a full toss. Get a couple runs for that.
Sarah, while we're at it, I also wanted to thank a few more people
That's
for what
correct.
they do
That's
and
correct.
what they've done. Let me start off with my over 50s executive committee body.
That's correct.
Amazing group of people, fantastic work, contribution to make this rather tough tournament a smooth one. Considering all the circumstances that we've gone through since Monday. So my big shout out goes to start with JV, Jay Vakil, we call him JV. He's the leader of the pack there. Fantastic guy, great work. Thank you, JV, for what you do and what you've done. I've got 4 more guys in this group that I cannot leave any one of them outside because they're all outstanding contributors and have come through in such a great way. The second name that hits me right now is Fazal Alam. Fazal is the captain of the North Bears and also part of the 50s committee. Has done amazing work utilizing the resources, the local resources. He was the one that did all of that and brought in people, local people, and I want to talk about them after. So Fazal is second. Third is SP Satyapal Chabra, another outstanding gentleman, part of the Masters 50s team, along with Fazal. A great guy. JV, by the way, was also part of the USA team that went to Barbados and won in Barbados. So all these are contributors in multiple ways. The fourth guy that reminds me is Junior Das. Another incredible guy, came through in a huge way, was not only just helping from day one, was also in charge of the poker tournament, which was very, very successful. Thank you Thank you for your work. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Arun. And I think there's been a wicket here in the middle. And he's been stumped here. Wonderful bowling by Nasir. The 5th wicket falls.
His second.
And Nasir's 2nd wicket here. Have a look at the replay. Wonderful. Good keeping here. Very quick hands by the keeper.
Parag and Hunter. So, amazing work by all these folks. Great keeping there by Parag. Parag, for those who do not know, Sarah,
That's right.
for those who do not know, was the founder of Masters Cricket.
Oh, really?
He is the guy that started it, along with Dilip Chavan, Rajiv Shah, Mark Wright. They started it, and 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
look where it's gone. Just an amazing story of what Masters has done to people, what it has done to their health.
That's correct.
And happiness. I mean, people come here, they talk about it, they are so thrilled to be part of Masters and to have come and experience the Masters experience.
That's correct.
And so it's a great day for cricket. We have revived cricket for the people over the age groups of 40s, 50s, and 60s.
You're right.
And believe it or not, there's a World Cup for each one of these age groups. And
That's correct.
and then we also have 70s. We don't have a current 70s, but Australia and England have a 70s
That's
team.
right.
And it's amazing that people over 70 are playing this game.
That's correct.
Hats off to all those that are doing it. And my hats off to the people that run all of these events worldwide and locally. So my shout out to Parag for everything he does.
That's right. Thank you so much, Arun. Turning out to be a good over this one from Nasir. Wicket and and here's another wicket. Beautiful bowling. Things are looking very grim at the moment for the North Knights. One more wicket falling. A lot of damage has been done by Nasir in this over.
He's gotten 2 wickets in this over, 3 overall, for just a miserly 12 runs in 3.5 overs. So a brilliant spell.
Beautiful bowling.
He's been on the money right there and thereabout.
Was great with the bat as well. 31 runs and 31 balls. Contributed a lot with the bat and doing so with the ball as well. New batter in, Satbir.
My apologies. Deen Dayal is the keeper, not Parakananta. So the stumping before this was by Deen Dayal off the bowling of Nasir Islam. Nasir Islam still about to finish his over. This will be the last ball of his spell.
That's correct. Last 2 balls.
2 balls to go. Excuse me. Let's see if he can get another wicket out of this.
Here we go.
Satbir, the leg spinner, is into bat. And Nasir comes to bowl.
Beautiful ball.
Now here is the last ball of his spell. last legal ball, at least, of his spell.
Yeah.
Another
And yes.
very good ball. Very good ball. Excellent spell. 4 overs. I don't think he bowled a maiden, but 4 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets. A fantastic spell indeed.
This one was a wicket maiden here.
Oh, this
Right
one
here.
where wickets maiden.
Wickets
Got
maiden.
2 wickets. in
Two
this.
wickets.
That's an awesome spell. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 12 runs, and 3 wickets.
That's correct. Wonderful spell by him today, contributing with the bat and the ball.
So the North Knights are 60 for 6 at the end of
15 overs
15
gone.
overs. So they got 3 overs to get 39 runs.
13
13
runs
and
required.
over.
Things are
A
looking
tough
grim.
ask.
Here comes Hemant. It's a dot ball here. Vinod trying to sneak in that single on the onside. And that's a wide ball.
And Saurav, as you know, none of these kind of events can happen with just 1 or 2 people.
That's correct.
And so there are a lot of people that play such a huge role,
That's correct.
and their contributions are thankless. But regardless, I still want to take a few minutes while this game's going on to talk about some
That's right.
absolutely important people that have
That's right.
contributed so much. Starting with Parakananta, a terrific guy, a great leader, captain of the U.S. national team until now. We now have a new captain, and I want to thank him also. He's also part of the board, and that's Sanjeeva Veerasinghe, another terrific guy, great contributor to Masters in every which way. By the way, all these people that I'm talking about
That's right.
are working every day. This is not
Correct.
just a weekend hobby that they
Correct.
come and pick up the phone and talk. They're on things every day, and I think they took a couple of runs here.
Yes, they did. 2 runs. And a couple of wides bowled before this ball.
And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to talk about all these folks while the game's going on. Probably not giving it as much attention to the game, but
Correct.
some of these people deserve so much that I feel like without which this thing would never happen. Here's another wicket.
Another wicket falls. Hemant, the bowler.
Hemant, the bowler, gets another one bowled this time.
Wrong name.
It's not Ramkishan, it's
Hemant.
Hemant, who's the bowler. Yorked him, literally yorked him. Beautiful ball.
7 wickets fall for the North Knights.
So while I was at it, the other people that I do want to recognize and thank is Syed Shanawaz, an amazing pillar of Masters cricket. Terrific guy, works very hard to make Masters what it is. We also have Matthew Varghese. Matthew has been a part of Masters since the first tour, actually the first tournament here at Moosa in 2021, and from there he's been the manager of the national team. A great hand in helping Masters be what it is. An extremely organized human being. Thank you, Matthew, for everything you do. The next guy that I want to talk about is Raj Badadre. Raj is also part of our EC and another great contributor to Masters. Sanjay Pandya comes to mind. Sanjay Pandya is another Masters EC person and a great contributor to Masters. Thank you, Sanjay, for everything you've done. for Masters. So, folks, these are all the people that are part of Masters' main body, and they support Masters every which way on a daily basis. It's just really amazing to see how this Masters Cricket USA has evolved, and all this is because of all the contributions made by so many of these people. Another very good ball from Hemant, a left arm spinner.
Getting one more wicket on the last ball.
Of his spell?
Yes, of his spell. Looks like the batsman was not ready.
It's going to be a great pleasure to introduce this guy, and I've talked about him before, about being part of my Masters 50s EC, and his amazing contributions to make this tournament happen. And folks, you guys need to know what it takes to run something like this. This is months of preparation, and these guys they do a thankless job of running something like this. And here is the leader of the pack. I call him the leader of the pack for the 50s. JV, we call him very lovingly JV. It's Jay Vakil. Welcome, JV, to the booth, and thank you for everything you've done for Masters, and will continue to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Arun Bhai. It has definitely been an honor to be serving as a committee member for the Masters Cricket USA. And I would not just take away the leadership role like that from the others, because the other four are equally as passionate and as active, and they just gave and gave and gave over the last few months. So it has been a pleasure for me to be working with this wonderful group of people, and just try to keep up the bar that was set by the previous committee that set up so many tournaments before us. And we just wanted to make sure that we fit the big boots properly. Of course, it has been a challenge over here in Houston with the weather, but the Masters people have been so gracious, working with us, trying to figure out ways and means just to get some cricket in. And here we are seeing one wonderful game going on. The chase is on. They are not giving up, and although it's looking like one side is definitely heavier, but as you can see, people are now satisfied that they are on the ground. This is what makes us tick.
Yeah, and JV, all the entire gang of five, as I call it, are just amazing people and have done such wonderful work. Please tell us a little bit more about them, who they are.
Sure. And again, in no particular order, just as the names come to my mind, because all of them have contributed so much. Fazal Alam, you can see him on the field somewhere running around. This is definitely a role model, just the person who gives and gives and gives, and he took care of so many minute details from the uniforms to the food and organizing the umpires, working with the person who coordinated for the umpires. So a lot of effort from his side. We saw him have a wonderful performance at the World Cup where he played injured, and anyone playing hurt is a hero in my mind. In spite of being hurt, he hit a few great knocks, and that is respect, for him. Of course, there's SP Chabra, Satyapal Chabra. He's from Dallas, and just an enthusiastic character, just totally always upbeat, passionate. He loves to be in front of the public, and he's organized so many the meet and greets where he talked about the World Cup and the experiences they had.
And he's Mr. Karaoke.
Karaoke, yeah. You give him the mic and you'll hear him for hours, and he doesn't tire. He loves to entertain. So yeah, you'll see him tonight at the banquet.
Yeah.
Then we have the doctor, Arun Toludor, very organized mentally and so logical. When he presents, when we are up in a dilemma and he sorts it out in his head and he talks, it's like, yeah, how come we didn't think about it, right? So logical, so organized, and he always has great points to talk.
And sorry JV, and something about this guy, I spent some time talking to him. The guy is an IIT from India.
Mm-hmm.
He's a master's here in US, and then ended up being a PhD in US. So yeah, you can tell there is reason for his logic and line of thinking. He has been such a contributor. I agree with you. A great contributor.
Absolute asset to the committee, no doubt about it. And he's worked equally tirelessly through the night, just trying to coordinate things where it would seem like a complex problem for us. We just throw it at him, and he comes out with a nice coordination, which we needed today. And he did it in a few minutes yesterday. So that was awesome. Yeah. Then we have the hardworking person, Junior, always supportive. And you tell him anything, he'll like, sure, done. And it's actually done because he takes it on and he just runs it through. So he's been a tremendous backbone to this committee. And again, it's not just this committee that worked. There are so many local people that helped. And I have to name them here on this channel over here. Rafe Kazi and Jamali. They worked with us for the last 1.5 to 2 months to work out the lunches during the game days, the dinners for the events, and we had so many changes, but they said no problem, we'll get it done. And then there was Mr. Hemani, Mustafa Hemani. He's one of the coordinators for the food. Again, absolutely accommodating to so many changes that we had over the last few days. And of course, Kuldeep Patel, it's so many suggestions he made worked out, and he worked out a few deals for us for the lunches that went totally in our favor, and the whole crowd was absolutely happy with the food that was set up.
The quality of food and
the quality of
everything. Again, another big shout out to Rafe Kazi. Not only was he helping us here with this, as you know, JV, he very generously agreed to give us space in his CRM called BizTrack, right. And I totally believe that this is going to change the future of Masters because of what is going to get put in. So I want to give a big shout to Rafe Kazi for everything that he's contributed, and for BizTrack. And big shout to BizTrack.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me over here. The match is done, as you can see, so it's time for me to get on the field now. Appreciate it.
Good luck, JV. Good luck with your game.
I sent you the
So good game here. Beautiful day for cricket it has been. And the North Bears have evidently won by 27 runs. We've seen some wonderful batting and bowling figures here today in this match between the North Bears and the North Knights. Amjad Khan batted well, opened a great inning for the North Bears. Nasir Islam batted beautifully here, played beautiful shots, got good runs there, 31 runs in 31 balls. Great bowling by Chandrasekhar, Milroy, Dharma, beautiful bowling by them. However, the North Knights failed to get the 99 runs required in the 18 overs. Too many wickets were lost in the middle order. Dharma Gade, the batsman, made 20 runs in 38 balls. Played slow, however, took his time, but made 20 runs for the team. The other people got out pretty early, and there were too many run-outs here in the middle and stumpings. So, good game overall so far between the North Bears and the North Knights. However, the best one wins, and the North Bears won by 27 runs. The next game should resume soon. Stay tuned. Thank you.